Former Guam EPA Director Eric Palacios says that they have ruled out the possibility that the contamination of the wells came from firefighting foam. As the lead investigator into the contaminated wells, Palacios says this option does not logically make any sense. Thus, they are not pursuing it as a part of their investigation. Additionally, Palacios says the investigation into the contaminated wells is not limited to rainfall from this year. PNC's Tim Blas-McHenry has more.
Eric Palacios, the lead investigator into the source of contamination for 3 GWA water wells, does not think that PFOS, the contaminant that was found in the wells, could have come from AFFF, a foam that's used to fight liquid fuel fires, but also which PFOS is commonly found in. Palacios was on Mornings with Patty on K57 earlier today.
Have you dismissed the possibility that it came from firefighting foam?
Yes, we have.
So that's no longer a possible cause.
That has been dismissed.
So why has Palacios ruled firefighting foam out? He says, based on all the industry and federal environmental reports, it does not logically make sense because PFOS exists in household products, which he believes is a likely cause of contamination. However, according to the U.S. EPA, PFOS, the contaminant that was found in the GWA water wells, is also an ingredient found in AFFF, the foam used to fight liquid fuel fires, to which Palacios is now dismissing as a viable option. So what is the next option?
And again, this is just something we're looking at. I'm not saying that this is the reason, but it could be a reason as to why the sudden flushing of whatever contaminant had been built up along the roadways, maybe in the jungles, that suddenly overwhelmed the island's infrastructure, either wastewater system, sewer system, storm drains, and spillover.
He did note that the source of contamination did not have to be near the actual affected wells. He says it is possible that the contamination could have started up north and traveled down to the wells through rainfall. Again, Palacios says it is illogical that firefighting foam either from the B-52 crash site in northern Guam or from any other site is the cause of contamination. Additionally, Palacios says they are not limiting their investigation to recent rainfall events. In other words, he says they are expanding the investigation to the possibility that rainfall events from last year or even the year before caused the contamination of the wells. This means that the wells could have been contaminated for at least a year. Palacios says they will expand the investigation as far back as is necessary to have a complete and thorough investigation. Right now, he tells PNC that the likely cause, although it's not official, is overflowing sewage from heavy rainfall events that likely mixed with rainwater, then seeped into the groundwater. The maximum amount of PFOS allowed in drinking water under U.S. EPA guidelines is 70 parts per trillion. The U.S. EPA report that initially came out indicates that the 3 GWA water wells had 6 times that amount, which was recorded at 100 to 410 parts per trillion. For PNC News, I'm Tim Blas-McHenry.